Okay, so let's jump into this video and talk about our flex fuel tuning we're going to be doing in our ECM Link software. So flex fuel tuning is going to utilize a flex fuel sensor. That's going to be a sensor that can tell us how much ethanol content is in our fuel, whether it's going to be ethanol-free gas or E0, all the way up to pure ethanol, which is going to be E98. Now, depending on what our ethanol content is going to be, our fuel delivery and our spark timing delivery to the engine is going to vary. So as we go up in ethanol content, we need to deliver more fuel, and we also need a bit more spark timing to hit maximum brake torque or get closer to maximum brake torque. So what we're going to find is we're going to utilize the flex fuel sensor. We're going to be wiring it into our ECM link. That's going to be looking at that content amount and being able to make those adjustments for us. It's a relatively simple process to do the flex fuel tuning. However, there's some very specific things with the ECM link that we need to know in order to make this work properly. So I'm going to go over all the details in this video. We're also going to take a look at some other tables in the direct access portion of the calibration file that we haven't discussed already, such as our acceleration, enrichment, and our cranking fuel, so that when you go to data log and start to work with these features, you know what to look for and you know how to make your adjustments properly. So without further wait, let's jump in so we can check this out. Okay, so let's get started. We're going to be taking a look at working with our flex fuel tuning feature, as well as some tables we haven't talked about in our direct access portion of our calibration file. So let's jump in here and talk about our flex fuel first. That's what we have up on our screen right now. The process for doing flex fuel tuning is extremely simple, but there's going to be some very specific things we need to be mindful of that are a bit different than other systems or standalones you may be familiar with working in flex fuel tuning. Now, first and foremost, we have to have a flex fuel sensor that's going to be added to our vehicle. So it's going to be installed on the return line, anywhere between the fuel pressure regulator and the fuel tank lid. So on the return line, it can be anywhere for installation. Now it's going to have 3 wires. One wire is going to be power, one wire is going to be ground, the other wire is going to be the signal out. That's what we're going to actually wire in, tie into our ECM link. Now specifically, it's going to be a frequency-based output. So it's going to be between 50 to 150 hertz. 50 hertz is going to be 0% ethanol. 150 hertz is going to be 100% ethanol. So depending on where it's at in that scale, it's going to be reporting back to the ECM link what the actual ethanol content is in our fuel system. So it's relatively simple as far as the wiring and the setup. Now that signal wire is going to be wired into the mass airflow sensor input to the ECM link. So we are going to have to be running in speed density mode. We're not going to be able to do a MAF comp tune with the flex fuel. We're going to have to essentially bypass the mass airflow completely. So we'd have to be speed density. We have to wire in our flex fuel sensor. Now, ECM Link actually makes a plug and play harness that's going to be for speed density and flex fuel. Makes it a little bit easier if you're going to be setting everything up and trying to get your car up on speed density with flex fuel feature. Once we've wired it in and we're ready to start taking a look at doing the process with the flex fuel tuning, I'd recommend to run the lowest ethanol content you can in your fuel system. So if you can get ethanol-free gas, which is going to be 0% ethanol, then definitely put that in. That's going to save you going in from these calculations I'm going to be talking about here in the next little bit in the video. Thanks for checking out our teaser clip. If you want to see the rest of this video and more than 500 hours of current EFI training we have to offer, make sure you click right here. If you want to go and check out more teaser clips from this training course, click here, and you don't want to miss any of the videos we're going to be releasing on this channel, so make sure you subscribe and click here. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.